We know Daniel as the man who survived the lion's den, but the story of how he got there is even more remarkable than most realize. Daniel was a man of extraordinary integrity and wisdom, serving in the kingdom of Babylon under King Darius. The king trusted him above all others, giving him authority over the entire administration. Daniel's faithfulness and competence made him stand out, but it also stirred jealousy in the other officials. They searched for a way to accuse him, hoping to find some fault, but they could find none. Daniel was blameless, trustworthy, and diligent in every task. Frustrated, the officials devised a cunning plan. They approached King Darius and persuaded him to sign a law stating that for 30 days, no one could pray to any god or human being except the king. The punishment for disobedience was death, specifically being thrown into a den of lions. The king, unaware of their trickery, signed the decree. Once the law was in place, the conspirators watched closely, waiting for Daniel to disobey. Daniel, however, did not waver. He knew about the law, but he remained steadfast in his devotion to God. Every day he went to his house, opened the windows toward Jerusalem, and prayed 3 times, just as he had always done. He gave thanks, he petitioned, and he demonstrated that his allegiance was to God above all. The conspirators caught him in the act and hurried to report him to the king. King Darius was deeply troubled. He liked Daniel and recognized the injustice, but the law of the Medes and Persians could not be altered. The king reluctantly gave the order, and Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. Before sealing the entrance with a heavy stone, the king said with sorrow and hope, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." That night, King Darius returned to his palace, fasting and unable to sleep. His mind raced with concern for Daniel, knowing the danger he faced. The silence of the night was heavy, but the king clung to hope that God would intervene. At the break of dawn, King Darius hurried back to the den and called out anxiously, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to rescue you from the lions?" And a voice responded clearly from the den, "My God sent his angel who shut the mouths of the lions. I am safe because I was found innocent in his sight." Filled with relief and joy, the king commanded Daniel be lifted from the den. Not a single wound was found on him, for he had trusted in God completely. Then the king dealt justice to the men who had plotted against Daniel, throwing them into the lion's den, where the lions immediately overpowered them. In response to this miraculous event, King Darius issued a decree throughout his kingdom. Everyone must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. He declared, "For he is the living God, enduring forever, whose kingdom shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be to the end. He delivers and rescues, he performs signs and wonders in heaven and on earth." Daniel's story is a powerful reminder. When we remain faithful to God, even in the face of the most terrifying dangers, he has the power to protect, deliver, and demonstrate his glory. Faith in God can conquer fear, no matter the odds, and his power is shown through those who trust him unwaveringly.